Now the next one, you worked on it in second grade as well. It's called expanded form. Okay? Expanded form. And when we write numbers in expanded form, we are decomposing. Okay? When we decompose a number, we break it up into pieces. Okay? Es como en español, descomponer. Suena igual, casi igual. Descomponer, decompose. Okay? So when we decompose numbers, we break them up into pieces. But how can we break up numbers into pieces? Well, you have the answer right in front of you. We use our place value chart to break up big numbers into smaller pieces, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to scoot this up a bit and make sure that you all see everything, because we need to see our place value, because our place value helps me and it helps you stay organized, okay? All right, so expander form. Are you ready? Okay, let's do this. We start with the highest value number, okay? Here I have a 4, okay? But that's just not any 4. You have to respect place value, okay? Don't disrespect place value. Place value is very, very strict. He does not like to be disrespected. You have to respect place value, because that 4 is not just a 4. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he is in, what house is he in? I call these separate houses. This 4 is in the 100,000th house. Okay. So therefore there is 4 of them in there. Okay. I have 100,000. I have 200,000. 300,000, 400,000. And I'm going to stop there because there's only 4. See? Again, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. Get it? Okay, well, let's write that down. So I'm going to start with my 4. Okay. And if I don't know how many zeros the 100,000s have, guess what? You have your place value right in front of you. Let's go count zeros. Here's my 100,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so 100,000s have 5 zeros? Yep. Let's add up onto the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that number looks very weird. What's missing in that number? Something very important is missing, boys and girls. That's right. My comma is missing. All right. So there's something wrong with this number. It's missing a comma. Okay. Let's put in our comma. Remember what I said. A comma goes after every 3 digits. Okay. So let's count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my comma goes there. That looks much better. That's called a 400,000. So is it just a 4, boys and girls? No, you have to respect place value. So that is a 400,000. Okay, next one. An expanded form, boys and girls, is represented, well, we decompose, remember, and we separate it into smaller numbers, but we organize them with plus signs, because what does plus mean anyway? Plus means we put together, right? So when we decompose, we break them up into smaller pieces, but the plus signs lets us know that we can put them back together to make the number, okay? So I'm done with the 4. Now I'm on to the 2. Is that just a 2? No, you're supposed to be saying, no, Miss Chavez, that's not just a 2. That is a 20,000. And the way I know that is because here is my place value. That is 10,000's place. And I have 2 of them in there. So let's count. 10,000, 20,000. Okay. I have 2 of them in there. 10,000, 20,000. So I'm going to write that down. 20. And then 1,000. Remember, when I say the word 1,000, I put down my comma. And then 3 more zeros. And if you don't remember, don't worry. You have your place value. So let's count the zeros. How many zeros belong to the 10,000th house? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We're good to go. All right, we're done with the 2. Now we're moving on with the 5. Is that just a 5? Of course not. That 5 belongs to the thousands place, okay? He is sitting inside the thousands house. Therefore, I have 5 1,000s. Each one of my fingers is worth 1,000. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, and 5,000. So that number is not just a 5, it is a 5,000, okay? How many zeros does a 5,000 have, boys and girls? I hope you're looking in your place value chart, the one we drew together. Let's go count. So thousands. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the thousands place has 3 zeros. So therefore, I'm going to take my 5 and just add 3 zeros to it. Okay? That's not just a 5. That 5 is worth a lot of money. It's worth 5,000. Okay? Are we done? No, we still got the 4, the 5, and the 2. So let's keep going, okay? Plus, and I'm running out of space. And if you're running out of space, don't worry. We have enough space. We can keep going on the bottom line, okay? So next one should be easy for you because you learned this in 2nd grade, okay? So is that just a 4? Nope. That is a 400 because I have 4 100s here and I have 100, 200, 300, and 400. Okay, so we're going to write down 400. I'm not done. I still have the 5 and the 2. The 5, is that just a 5? Nope. He is sitting in the tens house, okay, in the tens place value. So I have 5 tens. Let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So that's not just a 5, it's a 50. Last one, we have a 2, and the 2 is sitting very nice and pretty in the ones place, okay? So is that just a 2, boys and girls? Yes, the ones place, there's no zeros we can add on. The ones place, it's very lonely. It's only 1 digit number, okay? So plus 2. That was a lot of work, right? You're supposed to say, no, Ms. Chavez, I'm ready. Give me more. I hope you're ready because this is just a review of what you guys learned in 2nd grade. Are you ready for the 3rd grade part now? I think you're ready. In 3rd grade, we teach you all about expanded notation. Okay? Expanded notation. That sounds similar to expanded form, Ms. Chavez. It does. Let's write it down, okay, so that you know. This one is called expanded notation. Okay? Yes, it has the same word as expanded form, but this one does not have form. It has notation. Practice saying it say it out loud. Expanded notation. Now your turn. I think I hear you. Expanded notation. Very good. Let's keep going. Expanded notation, it's very similar. That means that it's almost the same. It looks almost the same as expanded form, okay? I'm going to tell you a little secret. It uses plus signs too, okay? It uses plus signs. However, we do something very different, and you're about to learn, okay? Get ready. In 3rd grade, you're going to learn how to multiply numbers, okay? And in multiplication, we use the multiplication signs, the X, right? Remember, plus sign is the cross. If you're subtracting, it's just one line like this, horizontal line. But the moment we multiply, we represent it using the X times, right? So in expanded notation, we represent numbers by multiplying each number to the place value. And I'm going to show you, and it's going to be a piece of cake. Guess why? As long as you have your place value chart here, you are going to do just fine with expanded notation. I know you are, okay? So let's try it. Remember, we always start with the highest value, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Are you ready? Be ready. Tell everyone around you to be quiet because you're about to learn something new, something that is third grade, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with the 4, okay? I'm gonna write down the 4 and I'm gonna write it down here below, okay? And I forgot something. I forgot to tell you something. Expanded notation not only uses they use multiplication, but they also use parentheses. Okay. I call these my little houses. Okay. So the very first number I'm going to focus on is just a 4. Okay. It's just a 4. So I wrote down my 4 and I'm locking it in inside the house, inside the parentheses. Here I'm going to write down my multiplication sign, and all I'm going to do is multiply the 4 times the place value. What does that even mean, Ms. Chavez? Well, I'm about to show you. 4 times 100,000, and then lock it up in the parentheses, okay? So that it can't escape. It needs to stay in the 10th and the 100th in the 100,000s place. So let me read it out to you. 4 times 100,000 equals 400,000. I know that was a lot of thousands, right? I know. Don't get frustrated. We're going to keep practicing this, okay? So all I did, boys and girls, was multiply the 4 times the place value. See? 4, here's my 4, times 100,000, and that's the place value that the 4 is in. So guess what we're going to do with the rest of the numbers? You're correct. We are going to multiply each number times the place value, and then we lock it up inside of a parentheses. That's all. That's it. Easy, right? Let's do it. Remember my plus sign. Okay, very important, because when I'm decomposing a number, I'm breaking it up into smaller pieces. But once I add the plus signs, that tells me that I can put them all together to make this big fancy number. Okay, all right. Next number is 2. So I'm going to start off first with my house, with my parentheses. And I'm going to bring down the 2 and follow the same pattern. What's next? The multiplication sign. And then the 2. Which place value is it that 2 in? It's in the 10,000s place. 10,000s place. So I'm going to multiply it times 10,000 and then lock it up in the parentheses so that it doesn't escape. We cannot let it escape, okay? All right. So I'm done with the 4. I'm done with the 2. Now I'm moving on to the 5. Plus, here's my 5. I'm going to begin with my parentheses. 5 times, let's go check what place value the 5 is in. The 5 is in the 1,000th place. So we need to multiply the 5 times 1,000. Are you ready? Let's do it. 1,000 and then lock it up. Okay? Now notice what's happening. Remember I told you there's patterns everywhere in math, okay? So all I'm doing is repeating the place values. Here I have my 100,000. Here I have my 10,000 and then my 1,000. All I'm doing is multiplying each number times the place value. Okay? Very easy, right? As long as you have your place value here, the place value is always going to help you. It's going to be your little BFF, your best friend, okay? All right. Next one is my 4. So don't forget, I need to add my plus sign, and I'm ready to work with the 4 now. So I'm going to build another house or a parentheses, and here's my 4 times, bring this down. Let me see if I can adjust my camera for you all. So I want you all to see the place value at the same time, because the place value, I'm going to keep telling y'all, it's going to be your best friend. You need place value, okay? So 4 times 100. So 100, and then lock it up in the parentheses so that it does not escape. What's next? You're right, plus sign. Okay, are we done? No, we still need the 5 and the 2, right? Okay, so 5 times, what place value is the 5 in? 10. So 10, and then lock it up in a parenthesis so that it doesn't escape. And the last one, we have the 2 times, what place value is the 2 in? You're correct, in the ones place. So times 1 parentheses. That was a lot of work, but super easy. Why? Because I had the place value chart to help me. Okay, so if you find this complicated or hard to do, make sure that you have your place value, that you draw your place value, because the place value is always going to help you stay organized. Okay, I know it's a lot of information, but the place value chart is always going to help you when you feel confused.